So Rinne is the latest manga by Rumiko Takahashi, who is better known for pretty much all of the biggest anime and manga franchises around the world. We've got Inuyasha, Ranma 1/2, Mei Sonikoku, all parts of the classic Takahashi experience. Right. Problem?
No, I'm trying to. Now I'm realizing I can't actually see the little.
Well, I'm not done yet.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, go ahead. Yeah.
Can I go on?
We're still recording. Yeah.
Okay. Rinne was actually the first manga ever, I believe, in the US to be simultaneously released along with its Japanese release. Every week, Viz has been putting up a new chapter translated into English on therumikworld.com. So the first tankobon just came out in bookstores last week, and so we're going to check out and see how it does as a print manga compared to the online version. The story is that Kagome from Inuyasha apparently woke up one morning and decided not to go to the feudal era anymore, so she changes her name, puts her hair in braids, and heads off to school. Unfortunately, after all her time fighting yokai, it leaves her with the ability to see ghosts, as well as her classmate Rinne. Rinne is a Shinigami, sort of, with bright red hair, so I assume he's actually the love child of Rukia and Ichigo from Bleach. Rinne is a Shinigami, so it's his job to help dead souls make their way to the afterlife and eventually reincarnation. Unfortunately, since he's not a full-blooded Shinigami, and here comes the classic Takahashi twist, he has to pay actual Japanese money in order to use his powers and other items to get the job done. Why he's obligated to do this instead of living as a normal human being would be a spoiler, so I won't go there just yet. But Takahashi's classic matter-of-fact comedy style, a la Ranma 1/2 or Urusei Yatsura, is in full force here, where it was a bit less prominently featured in Inuyasha. Rinne and his troubles are interesting fodder for Volume 1 and presumably Volume 2, but our heroine, whose actual name is Sakura Mamiya, is a little bit less intriguing. She can see ghosts, and the why of that is explained in Volume 1, leaving no obvious depths to mine for character development, at least for now. But you never know what twist Takahashi will throw in later. She looks almost exactly like Kagome in twin braids, and she's kind, thoughtful, and relatively nonplussed by the abnormal things that go on around her, and that's about it. At the moment, the story amounts to several short ghost stories featuring Sakura, Rinne, and a couple of other characters who pop up. The paper version is a pretty standard Viz release, and the first few pages, which were in color in the online version, are in black and white here, which is mildly disappointing, but probably was required in order to keep the print costs down. The price is the once standard, but now low price of $9.99. Currently, you can read the first 2 chapters of this volume, and you can read the second and third volume online, but you can't read the entire first volume online anymore, presumably to drive sales for the book version. So all in all, I can tell you this. If you like Takahashi works, you'll like Rinne. If you don't like her stuff, you probably won't. And if you're not familiar with her work, then you really should pick something up, and you could definitely do worse than Rinne. On the other hand, depending on your interests, you might be able to do better.